starcitizen 4.3, and here we go again. The ship adjustment. Now, this adjustment in 4.3 is mostly located around small and light fighters. Exceptions are Origin 600i ships, which got a little bit different buffs. So let's get started. Most of the ships are slightly nerfed in the moving parts and a little bit buffed in the body and nose HP. Let's dive into it. Let's start with Aegis Gladius. So Gladius become a little bit more tougher, and SCM speed is increased. Max speed is a little bit lower, for what I do not know, and the pitch is a little bit lower, so a little bit adjustment. The thruster capacity is very lower. Look at this, 13% and 53%. Like, this really hurts. Now the Gladius, it will not do as much as it did before. Main thrusters are good, but maybe retro, I don't know, a little bit too much, I say. Accelerating also is slower, 5%, and usage fuel is less because of course we are using less power. So the Aegis Gladius, Dunley and Pirate and Valiant are completely the same ship, just a little bit different colors and schemes. Overall, everything the same on them. So yeah, Gladius became not maneuverable as it was before, a little bit slower, and of course a little bit tougher. Let's see what happened to his biggest nemesis, Anvil Arrow. Well, here we have something different. The arrow became even more fragile, but it got buffed in speed, 1%, 4%, and roll especially 8%. So this is now becoming very interesting. Now the Arrow, I think, will be the most maneuverable ship in the game, but if you hit him, his glass, it will explode immediately. Well, not immediately, but very easy. Look at his nose is 1950 compared to Gladius 2250. So yeah, not that great, but I think this is a good balance. Arrow is made to be like Arrow, fast and pointy, but if you hit it from the side, it's gone. So far not that bad. These are more adjustments than what we would say nerfs. Anvil F7A Hornet MK1 tail livery decent, right? They added some kind of liveries, nice. Okay, have to check that out. Anvil Gladiator has a storage now, 5% more. Okay, now the Anvil Hawk. Now Anvil Hawk became better, really better. Look at this, we have nose 33% and 33%. Now this ship is tougher than Arrow, which is very interesting. I was flying the Hawk before, I really like that ship. I even made a video about it and I really love that ship, but it was like smallest hit and you were dead. But now it's somewhere in between Gladius and Arrow, and I like this. I'm gonna test Hawk as soon as I get my hands on one. SCM speed, look at this, increase 1%, 4%, and pitch is a little bit nerfed, but yaw and roll are much better. So Hawk is becoming good ship. Also look at this, main thrusters 5% and retro are a little bit slower. Maneuvering thrusters are double slower, so it will not maneuver very good as it was before. Acceleration is increased, so overall, yeah, not that bad for the Anvil Hawk. The first alien ship that we have is Khartu-Al. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. So this ship got increased in mass, vital body parts. It's around the Gladius of the power, but it got nerfed in a little bit of speed, and this is very interesting. Here we see the pitch nerfed. Almost all light fighters are getting nerfed in pitch, which is very interesting, but yaw is increased. And on the medium and heavy fighters we have different. They don't want us to use the yaw so much, they want us to pitch more. But on the light fighters is other way around, which kind of makes it interesting. If you are constantly playing with the light fighters and you suddenly jump in a medium and heavy fighters, you'll have problems. You have to adjust, and same vice versa. So interesting here that we see this. Thrusters capacity is of course here nerfed 50%, which is a lot in my opinion, but maneuvering is a little bit better. And yeah, all other things are a little bit buffed, a little bit nerfed. But look at this, 126% plus acceleration down. Okay, Very interesting. Next ship, Banu Defender. Now this ship seriously needs some help. Banu Defender, look at this, it get 2% and 30% in yaw and roll. So I don't know what the CIG is trying to do here. So they are nerfing the medium fighters in a yaw, but somehow Banu Defender is 30% more in yaw. Interesting. Thruster capacity is increased, acceleration, everything is better, just down is -4%. So Banu is really good buffed, but the problem of the Banu are his guns, and since they are not very efficient, and if you lose one of these tails they are gone too, so nobody uses this ship. It is really lovely ship, and I'm hoping in the future they change it. It reminds me so much on the Prometheus ship. Let's see what happened with the Mustang. So Mustang Alpha has 3% more, so it's around arrow wings. Okay, the parts are increased 60%. Oh yeah, so the Mustang is now becoming serious threat. SCM speed a little bit increased, max speed, and yeah, nerfed a little bit here, but this ship is already very fast, so this is not a nerf, it's a little bit of correction, not too much here, 5% maximum. Almost all other Mustangs, including Beta and Delta, are similarly buffed and nerfed, but the biggest changes are on Mustang Alpha. Almost everything on this ship is a little bit adjusted. So if you're interested in all of the rest of the Mustangs, you can check them here on the SC ship performance viewer. I'm gonna continue down to the most interesting ships, and that is Esperia Blade. Esperia Blade finally getting a little bit more strength. Vital parts, nose and body are now 90% better. We have increase in SCM speed, and max speed is nerfed 1%, which is kind of stupid. Why we should change this, I don't know. Pitch is really good now, yaw is a little bit nerfed, and roll is a little bit nerfed. Main thrusters are buffed and little bit nerfed, so yeah, not overall great changes, but they've added a power ratio multiplier 1, max ammo load multiplier 2.1, and max regenerate per second multiplier 1.15. So I do not know how was this before. If you know, write me down in the comments. This basically means that this ship should have now a little bit more ammo and fire faster, but not that too much if it was before 1. I don't know, we shall see. Esperia Talon. Esperia Talon, well, all Esperia Talon and Shrike got significantly nerfed in the body parts. Look at this, 26%. So this is a huge nerf in terms of power. Maximum speed, pitch, yaw and roll, a little bit corrections to -6% to +4%. Nothing special here. Everything else not that interesting, and same here with the Talon Shrike. Look at this, body is -26. Yeah, a lot. Now the Origin 600i. This ship got body decreased from 55 to 45, so massive 18% nerf in power of Origin. Wow, this is a lot. I didn't expect this. But nose and front are buffed 115%. So if you are shooting the ship here at the nose and front, it will be hard to kill it. So this part is a glass, and they say that this part should be the most durable part of the ship, and it seems that it's happening just that. Look at this, nose is now 40k, almost same as the body, and front is 45k. Real nice. And also tail is got a little bit buff here. Same thing with the 600i Turing. What this ship really need is increase speed and maneuverability, because if you take a look at the lore, and this what we see here is with the lore, then this ship should also move a little bit faster, because it's made from the light materials which allow him to move 2 times faster than the ship of its size. So basically this ship should move easy as, for example, Connie, but it doesn't do that. So yeah, hopefully they change that. Continue with the Auroras, which I don't really care for them. I don't play a lot with them, but they got some storage and some buffs and nerfs. If you're interested, check them out here. And also RSI Zeus, they finally fixed the veto capabilities, now from 0 to 16 millions, and here Zeus, yes, interestingly, has a lower veto capabilities, but this is a cargo ship, so this is expected. And of course it uses more fuel right now. So what do you guys think about all of these changes? I think some of them are good and some of them are just not that important at all. Esperia Blade, definitely very important to me. Gladius, very important, and of course the most important for me, well, the most interesting to me is Anvil Hawk. I really like that little ship and I'm looking forward to try it again. So stay tuned for that video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Also, write me down in the comments what do you think about this. Maybe I'm wrong about all of this stuff, but yeah, I think some of these stuff are just unnecessary and some are really good. Thank you for watching, and until next video, have fun out there, my fellow citizens.